Script. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are tackling another great daily problem. Script. The problem is called Maximize Active Section with Trade 1. Script. As always, here is the official problem page. It's a little bit wordy, so let me break it down visually for you. Script. We are handed a string made up entirely of zeros and ones, which represents different sections. Script. A 1 means that section is active, and a 0 means it is inactive. Script. Our overall mission is simple. We want to end up with as many ones as possible in our string. Script. To help us get more ones, the rules allow us to make exactly one special trade. Script. This trade happens in 2 steps. First, we pick a chunk of ones that is completely boxed in by zeros, and we flip all those ones into zeros. Script. Then, right after that, we pick a chunk of zeros that is boxed in by ones, and we magically flip all of them into ones. Script. Now there is a very important secret rule here. We are supposed to pretend there is an invisible one permanently glued to the far left and the far right of our string. Script. These fake ones at the ends help us meet the surrounded by ones condition, but they don't actually count towards our final score. Script. Before we jump into the solution, please remember that if anything seems confusing, ask a question down in the comments and I will get back to you. Script. Just a quick heads up. We will walk through the logic using Python, but I will show the full code for Java, C++, and JavaScript at the end of the video. Script. Alright, let's look at the first approach, which relies on a clever, greedy strategy. Let's analyze what actually happens when we make a trade. Script. Imagine we have a chunk of ones. Let's say its length is b. Script. And let's say this chunk is squeezed between 2 chunks of zeros. The left 0 chunk has length a, and the right 0 chunk has length c. Script. Now we execute the first half of our trade. We flip that middle chunk of ones into zeros. Script. Look what happens. Because they are all zeros now, they merge into one giant chunk of zeros, and its total length is a plus b plus c. Script. For the second step of the trade, we take that entire giant chunk of zeros, and we flip the whole thing into ones. Script. So what did we actually gain from this whole process? Well, we lost the original b ones, but we gained a plus b plus c new ones. Script. If we subtract what we lost from what we gained, the net gain simplifies perfectly to just a plus c. Script. This is the massive realization for this problem. The length of that middle block of ones doesn't matter at all for our net gain. Script. The math proves that to get the biggest gain, we just need to find 2 chunks of zeros that are separated by some ones and add their lengths together. Script. So our strategy becomes super simple. We just need to measure the length of every block of zeros and find the 2 adjacent blocks that give us the biggest combined length. Script. But wait, what is the edge case here? What if our string has fewer than 2 separate chunks of zeros? Script. If we don't have at least 2 chunks of zeros separated by ones, we can't perform a valid trade that increases our score. So we just return the original number of ones in the string. Script. Here is what that logic looks like in code. We count the initial ones, find the lengths of all the zero chunks, save them in a list, and then loop through that list to find the best adjacent pair. Script. Now, let's look at the second approach, which is a neat space optimization. Do we actually need to save the lengths of every single zero chunk in a separate list? Script. The answer is no, because we only care about adding 2 adjacent blocks together. We only need to remember the current block we are looking at, and the one right before it. Script. We can ditch the list entirely and just use 3 simple variables. 1 for the previous length, 1 for the current length, and 1 to track our best gains so far. Script. Here is the code for the space-optimized version. It looks very similar, but notice we are updating our variables on the fly inside the loop. Script. Code can be tricky to visualize just by reading it, so let's run a simple example string through this optimized code step by step. Script. First, we count the total number of ones currently in our string. Looking at the string, we have exactly 1. Script. Then our loop starts walking through the string. Right at the beginning, it finds a chunk of zeros. The length of this chunk is just 1. Script. Because this is our first 0 chunk, our current value is 1. We record this by updating our previous variable to be 1, ready for the next chunk we find. Script. The loop continues moving right and skips over the section of ones because we only care about measuring the zeros. Script. Next, it hits another chunk of zeros at the end. It measures this chunk and sees that it has a length of 2. Script. So our current 0 block length is now 2. Script. Now we do the math. We take our previous length of 1, add it to our current length of 2, giving us 3. This is better than our old best gain of 0. so we update it. Script. We've reached the end of the string. To get our final answer, we just take our initial count of 1 and add our best gain of 3. The final answer is 4. Script. Looking at the performance, the time complexity is big O of n, where n is the length of the string, because we only scan through the characters once. The space complexity is order 1, because we only use a few variables to keep track of the lengths. Script. So the key takeaways from this problem are: first, try to simplify complex rules by walking through an example and looking at the mathematical net result. And second, remember that if you only need to compare items right next to each other, you almost never need to store them all in a list. Script. If you want to test this code out yourself without retyping it, you can go to the LeetCodeUnlock.com/link in the description, so you can copy the code that is shown and explained in this video and help support the channel. Now let's look at the other languages. Script. As promised, here is the full optimal solution in Java. Script. Next up, here is the C++ version using the exact same logic. Script. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. Script. Before we finish up, I want to quickly say why this channel looks and sounds the way it does. You can probably tell this is narrated by AI. I actually built this for myself so I could generate clear, instant explanations the moment a daily problem drops to help myself learn. Script. It helps me study faster, and I upload them here in case they help you too. I don't put ads in these videos. Also, I have recently changed the format of these videos to be much faster paced with more visual changes. Please let me know what you think about this pacing in the comments, and don't forget to ask any questions you have about the code there as well. Script. I also have another channel called LeetCode Unlocked, where I am on a mission to eventually post a solution for literally every single LeetCode problem on the platform. If you want to study problems outside of just the daily challenge, make sure to check it out. Script. If you want to help support that goal of covering every problem, you can donate at buymeaboba.com/LeetCodeDaily. Also, please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I post the daily LeetCode problem as soon as it comes out so you can get your streak done early. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.